Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another Genshin Impact playthrough session. We are continuing on with some supplementary content between Archon quests for Fontaine, and this is the last stream that I'm going to be doing for a little bit because at the time of recording right now, my girlfriend and I are preparing and getting ready to go on a 7-day Disney cruise to the Caribbean. This is also going to be my first ever cruise. I've never been on a cruise boat. I've never been on like a proper vacation away to some tropical environment. So we're both really excited. She's crazy about Disney. She grew up with Disney, with the princesses and the toys and the movies and like cruise line trips and all that stuff. So she was like born into this, which I'm also experiencing it for the first time. We're leaving tomorrow. I'm going to be gone for a week. So this is the last of content that I'm going to be getting through live on Twitch. This is on YouTube. Then I'm just giving a little update as to what I was doing at this current point in time. However, the Mega Mecha Melee event is currently ongoing with 9 days left. I have not started this. I know it's minor, has some mini games involved, a little bit of Bennett lore and stuff like that regarding Fontaine. This is the first event of the patch that gives us a crown. So we're going to be focusing on this Mega Mecha Melee event. I do have some housekeeping and updates in general. I'm happy to announce that Linny and Lynette are both Friendship 10 officially. Really happy about this, of course. I'm looking forward to Femine name card because from the preview that we see down here, his is so adorable. The little purrs, like little windy penguin toys, which I think is really cool, like his little companion. But we have Linny and Lynette who have finally hit Friendship 10. I've been using them throughout the patch with the Traveler. I love them. They're great. They're really fun to play. And yeah, so we're going to be officially showcasing those here. We have Lynette's Earnestness. One major type of magic revolves around appearing suddenly. Lynette is usually conserving her energy, always in standby mode, but her serious side can appear as abruptly as pigeons from a hat. That one's really cute too, like the little spring cat out of the hat little moment right there. So we have Lynette's name card, and then we have Linny here, who has Pretense. One major type of magic involves around making things vanish. Linny has an arsenal of magic tricks up his sleeve. As his accomplice, as long as you're willing to turn a blind eye, all your troubles may vanish as well. And this one's really cool too. So I think I'm gonna rock one of these new ones for right now. I know I'm crazy about this double like star Aether Lumine name card over here, but given that these are brand new, I think I'm gonna rock Lynette's, honestly. I think it works a little bit better with Albedo's name card. Look at that. That looks clean. I really like that. In the court of Fontaine, Leshat's Clockwork Workshop is preparing for a major commission, but the staff seems to have encountered difficulties. Help these talented craftsmen complete their masterpiece of Benny Boy. The Toy War. Shots fired. You received a special commission from Charlotte's Clockwork Workshop. This is the toy shop in the court of Fontaine. They have encountered some manner of trouble. This is so annoying. Yes, very annoying. Doesn't this just mean that Lady Farina will sit at the judge's table? Exactly. Sit at the judge's table? What does that mean? Oh my, we have guests. Judging from your clothes, you must be Outlanders, yes? In this case, it's quite expected that you might not understand the local lingo. Allow me to put it in this way. Who will sit at the judge's table? The justices, of course. And who is our Chief Justice? Monsieur Nouvelette? Naturally. I wish this was voice acted, personally. Oh my, well then, why is our little Hydro Archon sitting in Monsieur Nouvelette's chair? Come now, tell me, what would the poor people being judged think of that? If it were me, why, I would feel cheated. Our Hydro Archon knows nothing about being a judge. You should have been there during the trial then, bro. Well, I guess she wasn't the judge, but she was acting like one. Well, it does seem like they won't be getting what was advertised. Exactly. Trials will be not as advertised precisely as you say. So it does mean what Paimon thought it did. Wait just a second. Are you sure it's okay to be making fun of your god like that? Oh, of course. Our Archon loves such jokes. Why, if these words reached her ears, she would tie me to a stone and have me hurled into the deep lake, watching enthusiastically from the sidelines the entire time. But dear guests, do not grieve yet, for our good Arbon is ever so flightly with his words that even a millstone would not sink him. And our Archon would say, it's a miracle, such a romantic ending, while applauding most loudly. In fact, she might even shed a tear or two. Farina, you okay? Like, sheesh. And she might even bestow upon me a model of romantic Fontaine medal. Yes, most romantic. Paimon's not sure what to say here. In any case, let's get to business. Might I ask why you have come to our humble store? Damn, Bennett is so unlucky his own event isn't voiced. Speaking of which, Arbon, don't you think our guests look like the famous adventurers the boss told us about previously? One with hair of burnishing gold and the other like shining silver. Mr. Murder-of-Birds and Paimon, you know us? Boss is asking around the Adventurers Guild about adventurers active in Fontaine and ended up being told about the two of you. Word is that you're a pretty formidable team. Well, Murder of Birds looks like he's getting more famous by the day. 'Tis all thanks to you, Miss Paimon. Damn. Haven't you been growing a silver tongue lately? Alrighty then. For that, Paimon shall always share her fortune with it. Yeah, gotta butter up Paimon to get what you want. What is your boss like from us? Unfortunately, he's not in the shop right now, but allow us to tell you in his stead. Just a few words, not to worry. Be brief, our boss would like help in collecting data for his championship duelist plan. It is a plan that uses champion duelists as the main characters, the development centerpiece, and the focus of our advertising for a new line of clockwork toys. That is our business, by the way, clockwork toys. Have you two heard of the championship duelist? Yeah, I have actually. Our boss delivers this to be an excellent cultural institution in Fontaine. As such, toys of this kind may yet sell very well indeed. And if they do get popular outside of the country and you can earn the honor of our nation, two birds with one stone. I can see Lady Farina herself pinning medals to our chest. All right, what do you need us adventurers for? Well, you can't develop anything without data, and the strength of the championship duelist is honed in all manner of perilous places. Getting data from them isn't easy. Okay, so I'm basically gonna be the errand boy once again. Paimon kinda gets it. You gotta use adventurers to get data that you need in your line of toy championship duelists. It's no different from Lady... That's false advertising. I mean, it kind of is if you're getting data from us to use and base off of the championship duelists, but yeah. We were talking about La Ponte. I don't know how to pronounce that. Horlogerie. I have no idea how to pronounce this. I apologize. The watchmaker next door. They call themselves a watchmaker, but they make toys on the sly. Indeed, terribly so. A watchmaker that sells toys? Exactly. And is it not reprehensible? Come, tell me. What would you like most in this world? What Paimon likes most is... Aww. What Paimon likes most? Well, it's her best buddy, Murder of Birds, of course. Aw, I'm gonna hate when Paimon and I get separated at the end of the game. They're really just building this up, man. Would you not be angered by this betrayal of your expectations? Would you not cry and scream? Would you not send the boss of that store flying with a single punch for denying the purchase of your dear comrade? I'd punch the store owner straight into the cell of the fortress of Meropede. Seriously, who'd buy Arbin's puppets anyways? Okay, these two are kind of salty, bro. Competition's fierce for toys out here. Paimon, it's a red herring. Don't get distracted. After all, you'll not be buying the conches from the conch madeleines, will you? Precisely, and such things will only increase in frequency. So let's just have at it now. What do you need us to do? Well, actually, we have one request to make before that. Could you two go next door and do a little investigating? Watchmaking is the main trade, but their latest toy is becoming so popular, they're stealing our customers. Damn. For all we know, it might be some alchemy-powered toy that gives off a scent 4 times as sweet as Sunsetia, which they will use to ensnare people. Well, I've heard that there's an alchemist in Oh, that's like sucrose, actually. Heard there's an alchemist in Mondstadt who can do that anyways. Yeah, because she does, like, experiments on sweet flowers. So, Sunsetias would be the next best thing. 4 times. She's got, like, the giant ones that, like, grow in size. I think that's sucrose reference right there. A quadruple sweetness Sunsetia. Wouldn't that be... That would be sucrose, Paimon. Alright, these two are just like, they're stealing all our customers. We need to do something about it. Help us, traveler. Be honest, Paimon's kind of curious. What shall we do? Thank you so much. In that case, we shall wait for news from you. Sheesh. Alright, these guys are a little annoying, not gonna cap. Gotta go next to... Dude, they have purrs! Bro, I need one for my teapot. These things look so cute. Look at them! I gotta take a picture. Oh my god. I'm gonna take a picture of both of them over here, actually.
Oh, ow!
Yeah, I'm sorry, Bennett.
Where'd that come from?
The squad. I can't wait until Femine comes out. I'm so excited. Ooh. What's this guy all about? Oh, okay. I thought I could, like... Oh, this is the mini game. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Let's talk to this guy first. Hello, dear customer. I'm Karan, the owner of the shop. What can I do for you? Hey there, boss. We've heard that you've come up with an awesome toy and we'd like to know more about it. My elder brother sent you here to seek information, didn't he? Oh, damn. They left that part out. How did you know what we were... Damn. My brothers own that shop, and I know him. They're right down the street, bro. Yep. Exposed before we even got started. We should have prepped more before coming here. How are we supposed to know that you're brothers? This isn't a matter of corporate competition, is it? It's brothers against brothers? Paimon, watch your language, please. Sorry, boss. Paimon's brain gears got stuck there for a moment. Don't worry, even the best made toys have components that will get stuck from time to time. Besides that, I think you're wrong about how my brothers see our relationship. Regardless, I won't take up your time as needed. Let's talk about the toys instead. Our store's real bread and butter is clocks, which we use the technology handed down from generation to generation. Toys are just my personal hobby. They bring happiness to people, so I let other people know about them. Is it not the same as spreading happiness? It was a toy event in Inazuma last year that gave us these little clockwork toys. So this is kind of reminding me of that. My brothers would probably say that this line of thinking is too unadventurous. I heard that you got your inspiration from Mondstadt. Indeed, I liked the place since I was little, and when I was there recently, it was indeed a rewarding experience for me. I incorporated the story of an adventurer I met there into the toy. But don't set your expectations too high, alright? In the end, it is just a simple clockwork device. An adventurer? So it's not a product of alchemy then? An alchemical toy? That sounds interesting. But this adventurer made quite the impression. If there's time, I'll tell you his story. Yeah, Benny boy. That's so cool, man. All right, then. Remember, you're always welcome here. All right, let's try out the toy, gamers. Oh, we got to go back first and be like, hey, your brother exposed you. By the way, we're going to go play with his toys now. Bye. Boss, the two guests have returned. The two of you were quick indeed, as expected of the Adventurers Guilds. Hey there, boss. So you and Karan are brothers. We didn't know that, and he saw straight through us right away. Seriously? You didn't tell him something this important? Seriously, didn't we agree that you tell him? And you're cutting everyone's salary, boss? Cut his. Hey, are you two brothers too? What? Don't call this guy my brother. Okay. You know what? Y'all can settle your beef elsewhere. This is very unprofessional work for you two as a business. I'm gonna go play with the other toys. Goodbye. Those things are so corny. Bro, you're fucking corny, okay? Don't talk shit about Bennett like that. Bennett might be corny, but he's wholesome, and he's braver than you'll ever be. Once our champion duelist lineup takes stage, we'll have to beat him, okay? Damn. Good luck, bro. You guys are going so sweaty with this. He's just trying to make a fun, cool rhythm game. We're just going to get data and put it into the most popular prototype and claim that it's a story about the growth of the champion duelist, and that'll do the trick just fine. Damn, you're gonna fucking lie to the people. I don't know if I want to help you guys, honestly. They were talking earlier about, oh, Farina being the judge isn't fair. That's not what we expected. But then they're like, yeah, but we'll do the same and people will expect it to be authentic. They're puppets. Can puppets look so real? Of course they can. That's the power of a double act. Tricks can seem very real indeed. I don't like this. I don't like these gimmicks. So it was just a trick, you cheater. You couldn't be more different from your brothers. Well, that's his problem for not staying in his workshop lane. If he wants to stick his nose into the toy making business, it's my duty as the older brother to show him what's what. Oh yeah? Well, guess what? I know the best toy maker in Liyue, and guess what? He's here in Fontaine right now. So I'm gonna see you talk shit to him. All right, you know what? Screw you guys, I'm out of here. Ooh, I like these little opening animations for the event. Okay. All right, let's do a little bit of the mini games first. Dance Resolution. Oh, so these are all mini games, and then we go back to the quest line. I see. Oh, so okay, so the event shop's here. The Bennett is here, and the Crown of Insight, and all the redemptions. Tabletop Adventure. All right, let's do this one first. Hello, okay, this guy looks like he sounds like he's seen a ghost or something. You seem kind of nervous. No worries, you don't have to rush. Try out the toy. I prepared a handbook for you. Time to give it a try. During the challenge, control the toy adventurer, Bennett. Follow the music beat and attack at the right moment to hit the toys lining both sides of the track. Before the challenge starts, adjust your attack delay to optimize your toy's reaction precision. With suitable attack delay parameters, you'll be able to hit toys at the rhythm more easily and score higher in the challenge. Hopefully the calibrations are good. Let's try it. All right, here we go. Up. The game has officially begun. Let's do it. It's crazy how iconic and memorable this song is already. Fontaine's been out for like 2 weeks. These poor are these pyro slimes? Goated. You love to see it. Yeesh, yo, we're gamers. That's such a cool art right there. I want to do all of them. There you go. I like these. Nice, nice, nice. Oh yeah, so I did all 3 of them. All right, first things first, I'm gonna make sure I get the crown. So if anything happens, your boy's good. Everything else I'll get later. Oh shit, nice. We're going underwater, boys. Let's go. All right. Did it just give me the toy already? Yo, they already gave me the toy? I still have quests to do. You know what? I'm not gonna complain. Let's go. We already got the toy. You'll love to see it. All right, I'm gonna do one of these challenges real quick. In the torrential turbulent charge, your character will automatically move forward in the water. You can adjust their direction to a certain extent. Turbulent bubbles may appear in open water challenges, and contact with the bubbles will enable your character to charge forward a certain distance. Make use of the turbulent bubbles to efficiently reduce time consumption. Hidden obstacles might appear during the challenge. These cannot be seen unless your character gets into a certain distance of them. Contacts with this will induce punishment. Okay. Let's go, Bennett! You're literally the GOAT of this event! It's not exactly what I was expecting in terms of your performance and presence in the event. Oh shit. Oh my god, I actually have to be a gamer right now. It's alright though. Bennett's gonna crush this right now. I have faith. I believe! I love this shit. This is, like, aesthetically, like, this looks so cool to just have your character riding the current of the water. Just taking in all of the visuals of the ocean, like the water, like the freaking, everything's just alive, the fish moving around. I also like the swimming animation too, it's so fluid. Everything just looks really, really good. And I would, I know that they have little moments like this in exploration, but not enough, not as much as I would like. I would love for there to be constant ways to just zoom from one area to the next, but they're very limited spots. And I'm going, like, I'm taking a trip down memory lane. I've been through most of these places already. All right, we got 1, 2, and 3. Music's really good for this moment too. Holy shit, it's that freaking... Okay, there we go. Let's say they dropped us off right in front of this, like, deceased dragon thing. Nice-oo. That was really fun. I enjoyed that. All right, got one of each of that. I will cover the rest of them later. I just want to do at least one of each. Oh, okay, so we got to collect combat data. That makes sense. All right, clear out all enemies in the area to complete the challenge. Let's get it. This is nothing different than what we've already experienced.
Over here! Be amazed! Let's get this show on the road!
Let's go!
Teamwork is dreamwork! Surprise!
All right, 2 down.
Let the magic begin!
Bombs away!
I'm going in!
And voila! Here comes the finale.
Pop! Easy clap. That was number 1. All right, number 2's down the ways. Obi!
Over here!
Step right up.
Chip on up!
Water jet! Let's get this show on the road. And wipe out!
Everybody stand, be amazed! Surprise!
Now disappear.
All right, so I did one of each minigame, so I think now I'll just go back and kind of clean up the actual quest itself. Bro, why is Fontaine already goated? I haven't done Act 2. I haven't done most of the world quests yet, but like the music is peak. The environments are gorgeous. Oh my god, I'm actually noticing it now, but it literally looks like a dragon head. I actually think this is an actual dragon. Oh, you know what would be fucking crazy, bro? If its heart was beating like Durin's. Like, Durin's beating heart in the heart of the mountain is still unexplained and no one talks about it, and it annoys me. If this one has something equivalent, that would be kind of sick. All right, two brothers complaining about their other brother being successful. The feedback on the board doesn't look good. Shouldn't we be receiving not but high praise? It wasn't like this before. Quite unexpectedly, yes, I suspect foul play. Fortunately, our boss has, in his wisdom, prepared a contingency plan. Well, of course he has. What else would you think? He's the boss. Got something for us, apparently. Here comes the contingency plan now. What contingency? Well, it's you. That's what the boss said, but he's not here right now, so let us explain. During the last 2 days, we released the results of the Champion Duelist plan to the public. We've also started pre-orders that will allow people to pay half the price as a deposit and thus qualify for early access. Bro, is it these little purrs? Bro, I will drop all kinds of money to get one of these little guys. We also placed an evaluation column, so it is to say the message board is the door to our shop, upon which people can leave their praises. That is what they call building hype. As the boss explained, our store really did get very popular, but few people placed pre-orders, and the amount of praise left on the column was also lamentably low. You lack sincerity this. Where's the internal quality control that? Get with the times. Such are the reviews we've gotten. I mean, you guys aren't really being sincere. You guys are just trying to crush your other brother's business instead of having a thirst, a fervor, and a passion for toy making, like a certain Fatui Harbinger. Looks like the market isn't quite what you expected. I fear things are not so simple. They have a saying around here that where there's smoke, there's fire. This is to say something never arises from nothing. In other words, someone is spreading rumors. Baseless, scurrilous rumors that smear us. They smear us irresponsibly. That irresponsibly invent disparaging fictions and defamatory fabrications. These guys are so extra, bro. Boss is sure that his brother is the only one that would be behind the smear campaign. Oh my god. So what do you want to do? Hire us to smear them back right now? Lady Farina above, how could you ever think such a thing? He's like, dear lord, no, of course not. We're gonna beat them fair and square. What do you need? To get them to reveal what they mean by sincerity and internal quality control, of course. Bro, this guy is such an NPC, he doesn't know what basic freaking sincerity is. Act like you give a shit. Act like you care. Be a human being, not a robot. Reveal what now? Is Fontaine not the nation of fairness? That's not what fairness means. The boss said that since everyone seems to think that the other party's packaging has been done with sincerity, we should keep pace with them. We should package our champion duelists as they package adventurers. Adding that to our wealth of data will guarantee us a comeback victory. Packaging? Nah, they just turned an adventurer's tale into a toy, that's all. Yo, you know what? Yo, hold up. How about you just base your toy on me? How about I become your champion duelist? I'm already famous around all the nations. That would be the only way to one-up them. And this data is all based on me anyway. I'm the one doing all this shit. Might as well just make it on me and then give me an action figure of myself. Imagine what a grand tale they must share to inspire such words from us. You know, Murder of Birds, Paimon's kind of curious as to what kind of story that might be. Why don't we try going back and asking? Oh, that's right. We didn't actually get revealed that it's Bennett. We know that it's Bennett, but how did Bennett inspire a Fontaine toy? Let us find out. Hello, dear customer. How have you been? Have you tried out the Adventurer toy, by the way? Hey there, Karan. Actually, we've got some things we wanted to consult with you about the toy. That's right. We heard that you based the toy on someone. That's got to be an adventurer who's the star of the tale, right? Aha, I see. So that's your question. Well, that adventurer did indeed leave a deep impression on me. A deep impression of how unlucky he is, probably. I met an adventurer in Springvale when I was about to leave Mondstadt. It appears that he had messed up some sort of meal... No way. Bennett, no. Did you sprint when you were supposed to walk? Did you dip your toe into the tiniest little puddle and get commission over and had to do the whole thing over again? Do you guys remember the food delivery, the fucking DoorDash, Uber Eats mission, the freaking food delivery commission from like 1.0? Oh my god, those were so bad. Hoyoverse has never since brought them back. They were like, yeah, you have to deliver this, but you can't sprint. And if you do, you fail. It's like, yo, if you move your character, you automatically lose the challenge. Yo, he just like me for real, bro. Messed up some sort of delivery commission. Apparently, he had encountered several waves of oh yeah, not taking damage. He encountered several waves of monsters on the way there, and not only had he messed up the timing, but the food had been bumped about. Knowing a thing or two about cooking, I helped him make a new serving. Oh, that's really nice of you. Well, that's not all. You might find it hard to believe, but that one attempt at cooking resulted... Yeah, he's impressed by Bennett's unluck. He's impressed by how unlucky Bennett is. I literally called that. That's so funny. Firewood got wet, a big hole got gorged at the bottom of the pot, and while I was plating it, I was hit by some flying rock out of nowhere. That's his idle animation. One of them even bounced off my head. Now that one really hurt, bro. Where did that come from? Well, my job did eventually get done, albeit with a complaint from the customer that they had a cracked tooth on the stone while Oh. Lady Farina above. Surely it wasn't the stone that hit us in the head. Was this adventurer's name Bennett? That was his name. Wait, do you two know him as well? Interesting fellow, that one. Later, he took me on all sorts of rarely visited places in Mondstadt to show me his thanks. It was a tough journey, but the uncommonly beautiful sight made it all worth it. I would have taken him for a travel enthusiast had he not told me that he had discovered those places while losing his footing during adventures, or from getting lost. On the day of my return to Fontaine, he came to say goodbye, and there I asked if he considered his unlucky disposition bothersome. He just gave me a thumbs up and said, "The world is full of all sorts of people, and maybe I just happen to be the unluckiest. But thanks to that, I've also become the bravest person, and that's given me access to sights only I can see." Bro, my boy Bennett, dude. That is so freak. That's some king shit right there. That's why Bennett deserves the crown. That's why I crowned this kid. That's such a great way to look at it. He's not just like, woe is me. Feel bad for me. I'm unlucky. I hate my life. He's like, bro, I'm gonna make the most of it. What a brilliant way of putting things. Walking the path of misfortune with a smile on one's face. Perhaps that's the spirit of a true adventurer. That's right, Bennett's the most adventurous adventurer for sure. If bad luck can be infectious, perhaps the adventurer's spirit can be too. And with any luck, the latter can spread even farther than that of the former. I wonder, will this story give you enough materials for your report? How did you figure out? Damn, he's like, bro, I know my brother's like the back of my hand. Where there's smoke, there's fire. That's what we say in Fontaine. If you really want to know about this story, you'd have asked the first time. But since you're doing it now, I can only guess that my brother's put you up to it. So you really did know. You know, Paimon's not sure why Livry would have such a dim view of you. You're pretty smart, and you seem like a nice guy. It's anger, I think. He's probably still mad at me for what he sees as a betrayal. Betrayal? Yeah, that he opened up his own shop. Our family is well known for our skills in making clockwork devices. I've always been good at making toys of that sort, and while my brother wasn't as good, he's got a real knack for doing business. Since we both love toys, we agreed that when we grow up, we would set up the best toy shop ever. But it was only when we grew up that we realized that someone had to succeed the family business. That is to say, this shop. My brother had a big fight with our father over that, and he went to strike out on his own. I, on the other hand, was convinced to stay. And is that not a betrayal? Does that really count, though? Well, it wasn't a show of adventurousness. That was for sure. I was afraid that if I failed to make a name for myself out there, I'd have to come crawling back to the family business. I couldn't take that pressure. I've always been like that. I'd be the first to cry when we encountered some hooligans in the street, but my brother would get behind me and say, "Don't you worry. Watch me send them flying with that my knuckle sandwich." Your relationship seems kind of complicated. Well, I suppose that's how things played out, eh? In any case, I'll be here if you have any other questions. You're always welcome here in my store. I really like this NPC. I really like this. This is kind of pleasant. I know it's a bit of reading. I wish it was voice acted, honestly. But it just seems very down to earth, very relatable. He's like, yeah, me and my brother had a little bit of a falling out. I took up the family business. I make toys on the side. Makes people happy. My brother's a little bitter about it because of our family history and our past relationship and all that. They should just make amends and they'd all prosper if they just let go of that grievance. Our two guests have returned. Quick as ever. I suppose you gained much from the investigation. You know, why do you always show up later? I suppose I really remiss. I shall strive to come earlier next time. Anyways, about that toy. You tell them about Bennett. He frowns. A toy based on an adventurer named Bennett. I see. And another thing, we didn't ask him, but Paimon thinks your brother didn't badmouth your shop. He doesn't seem like the type. Oh, how so? He seems to be sorry about something concerning you. You pass on Karan's words. Livery's gaze passes through. After a while, a dissatisfying noise struggles out of his chest. Alrighty, buddy. If you ask me, I don't think that idiot would do anything like that either. Wait, so what's this whole contingency thing about? The boss was just looking for an excuse, I suppose. More likely than not, I say. Well, he is a businessman. Businessmen have a reputation to consider. And he's the big brother, is he not? A big brother's got a name to uphold, you know? Damn, so he's even more mad that his younger brother took up the business. Say another word and you'll eat my knuckles. Yeah, some things never change, bro. Levry's exactly what Karan said he'd be like. Well, dear guests, I was thinking that I would pay that idiot a visit. Whoa, are you gonna put your differences aside and go ask him for advice then? Of course not. If he thinks that he'd betray me and feel bad about it, shouldn't I give him the opportunity to apologize to my face? He did say that, but Paimon doesn't think it's the sort of betrayal someone needs to apologize for. Well, it's decided. Arbon, there's no need for any further pre-orders. Return all deposits as needed and keep that evaluation board. What? Boss? So we're not executing the plan anymore? What about the data collection? There's still time to make adjustments. No, the data collection continues. I have other plans for that. And you've got your payment to collect, don't you? I always do honest business. Suspiciously honest in this case. Boss is the boss, even when he's stubborn. I wouldn't call his attitude towards toys completely worthless. I'll pay the visit, and the next 2 days of data collections are complete. If you'd like to come too, good customers. Alrighty, about to pay the old little bro a visit. Our third party has brought about an opportunity for change once again. Third party? Yeah, that's us, Paimon. Come on now. Thanks to you two, the differences between the two shop owners may yet be resolved. That's what happened previously. Previously? Previously? With Lumine? Imagine. No, I'm just kidding. Have you noticed how the shop is separated by the Northland Bank? The Fatus? Boss originally wanted to set up the shop next to Le Poté to compete with him directly. Now, I doubt that they knew about the boss's history when they reserved this place, but in some way, they became a mediator in the conflict, didn't they? Yo, the Fatui loves scheming, bro. They're like, hey, let's meddle in these affairs. That's super interesting. The Fatui love to meddle in other people's business, but this sort of meddling's a first for sure, and that's the importance of third party. Just like how a double act is still needed for the audience. Wow, that's interesting. I didn't even realize that was a Northland Bank. Is it really? Hold on. This is a Northland Bank. Why can't we go inside it? What? Go inside the Liyue Northland Bank. What the heck? Talk to the little girl. Oh, right here, Veta. Want to play a game with me? What game? A game of guessing your savings. I have 155 million more right now. I'm about to finesse on this girl real quick. I'll call out a number, and you tell me if it's higher or lower than the correct number. Bet you I'll guess it in 3 guesses. This game might breach privacy. Come on, don't you trust me? I won't tell anyone else, honest. I just want to know if I'm reading people right, you know? Why are you playing over here? My dad's a Snezhnayan envoy who's been posted to the Northland Bank. He won't let me run off too far. Look, that's the bank, and it's between the clockwork shop and the clock shop. Pretty awesome, isn't it? My dad's taught me how to distinguish between good and bad people, so don't worry. I'm not gonna run off with bad people. Damn, your dad's in the Fatui, eh? Hopefully I never cross his path because, you might be joining the House of Hearth sooner or later, little kid. I'm just saying, bro. I know that these Fatui are just average, everyday Joes, but who knows? I might cross paths with her father someday. Oh shit, the bros are back. The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town. I see you're doing well, Karan. Brother, what are you doing here? We haven't seen each other in so long. Then that's what you choose to say? I just didn't expect you to come over to see me. I mean, our shops are quite close together, but you never came over. I thought you were still angry with me. I'm not here to talk to you about what happened before. I'm just gonna ask you this. That adventurer toy was made because of me, right? I knew I wouldn't be able to hide anything from you. Wait, now Paimon's confused. Wasn't that toy inspired by Bennett? Yeah, it's inspired by Bennett, but he didn't make it because of Bennett. Like, he could have other reasons. I see you two have arrived as well. I'm sorry for not explaining previously, but I didn't know where to begin. Although that adventure did give me critical inspiration, my brother was the real reason I insisted on having the toy made. I don't see why that might be complicated for you. Karan, your mawkishness hasn't changed one bit. You haven't changed either, brother. I'm more and more convinced that you and that adventurer are the same type of person. I don't have a vision, nor am I an adventurer, but you have the same adventurous spirit. Bennett lives in an adventure, while you live for the adventure. Did you pick that flattery up from me too? How could that be? You've never seen a flatterer. You've never hesitated to tell me that I haven't any fighting spirit. And while the truth is frustrating, it is the truth nonetheless. You've always been trying to be the best toy merchant ever, and I acceded to the family's arrangements, continuing the cycle of clockmaking. Only people like you and Bennett can turn their passions into a profession. I cannot. It would take 100 of me to match your courage. Come on, don't say that about yourself. There's no point in hiding this. When my brother first stated his intentions to move to the shop next to mine, my first reaction was to consider moving the shop. Father would be ashamed, and rightfully so. But in the end, the Northland Bank took that spot and separated us. A happy coincidence again, you could say. Yeah, Arbin told us about it. Did you really think the world was so full of happy coincidences that the Northland Bank was just so happened to come between us at that time? What do you mean? Oh, did he do that on purpose? I had reserved that spot long ago, but a new idea struck me, and so I transferred it to them for a low price. This didn't just come out of nowhere, you know. So you were the one who got them involved. Huh. Did you think that your previous decision was too impulsive or something? Ever since I left, my goal has always been to be the greatest toy merchant. But what sort of greatness would that be if the family feud between my brother moved away in the process, huh? Smells like concern to Paimon. You were just making excuses when you said you wanted Karan to apologize, weren't you? Apologize? What apologize? Did I ever say that? Oh, okay, so the big bro is just looking out. Yo, he's just like, yo, no harm, no foul. Wow, that's a really earnest denial considering you actually did say it. I'm here to congratulate you, Karan. That toy is quite well made. It has been such a long time since I last heard a word of praise from you, brother. I didn't expect that. I also bought you a gift. Here's the data I made these two adventurers gather over the last few days. That should help you create something even Yo! Two brothers joined together. You guys are gonna do greatness. Huh? But weren't you going to make toy championship duelists? That data is important to you, isn't it? That plan's suspended. The market shifted faster than I thought, and so ad hoc adjustments will be necessary. But this data, how could I just take it? You take it when I give it to you, obviously. In that case, I'll take it for safekeeping. Feel free to reclaim it should you ever need it again. So, Livry's other plan was to give the data to his brother? I apologize, dear customer, that I did not ask for your suggestion first before doing this. Oh, it's fine. You paid us, didn't you? And it was your personal matter. It was totally worth it if your relationship with your brother could be improved, right? My thoughts are aligned on this indeed. Guess this was a successful third-party intervention. All right, Livry, Karan, since we're all here, why don't you strike while the iron's hot and work together? Yo, there you go, Paimon. You're good at making stuff, Karan, and while we have Livry do the advertisements, if you do it as a team, it's sure to work out. I appreciate the good intention, but there's no need. I feel the same. Wait, so this is what you two are gonna agree on? That Bennett fellow said it too, didn't he? The world is filled with all sorts of people. So, you did remember that part. The world is filled with all sorts of people, and they all have sights that only they can see. If I learned anything from him at all, that would be it. Karan and I are just two different people, which is why we're set out on different paths. Perhaps he thinks that my path is too adventurous, and I, on the part, cannot stand the kind and placid existence he leads. That's right, if the hour hand does the minute hand's work, it will get fired without compensation the next day. And while intense challenges are an adventure, is a simple life not one as well? Everyone's on their own journey of adventure. So since we've each chosen our direction, let's walk down the path and see our own unique sights. And I'll occasionally meet you too. After all, your road will be quite difficult. Don't you worry about me. At least I know how to enlist third parties to help me out of jams. I didn't sit around waiting for these adventurers or the Northland Bank, let me tell you that. And what will you do when there's a problem that even the third party can't solve? I'm sure you know how the stiffer a gear is, the less durable it will be. I worry that, and if we meet, we'll meet. What else can we do, huh? That's just life. No, you won't be defeated by life, just like Bennett. And if things prove otherwise, yeah? I'll send you flying with a knuckle sandwich. This is so wholesome, dude. I love how this turned out, actually. I was a little worried at the beginning. I was like, oh, so it's a couple brothers bitching about business not going their way and the market speaking for them. But yeah, these two are great. Just brothers trying to love each other. Brat, listen to yourself, talking to your big brother like that. Don't get too cocky. Well, if Lady Farina can sit at the judge's table for a while, then a little brother can borrow his big brother's lines, right? I see you figured out us Fontainians out. I'd like to ask you something. If you're free, let's meet outside my shop later. That's all I have to say today. Ron, I'll be heading back now. That was goated. That was pretty wholesome. I really liked that. I'm an older brother myself, and I just felt like a lot of brotherly energy. Me and my brother used to fight a lot when we were younger. Me and my brother used to have disagreements. He was the third child, and I'm the middle child, so we had a lot of feuds about him being the baby, him being the spoiled one at times. I don't know. We've also reconciled a lot of that stuff the older we got. So I was thinking about my brother throughout that entire thing. If you're an older sibling, or an older brother in particular, it's probably, it's very relatable. You're here. Well, you seem to be in a good mood. Thanks to your help. Speaking of which, Karan's trip to Mondstadt gave me an idea. Perhaps I should go travel around for a bit and find some inspiration for toys myself. You've traveled the world. You probably know some friends like that Bennett. Do you have any suggestions for me? Well, we do have a lot of friends, but when it comes to toy inspirations, that might be a bit tough. Why not look for a third party? We're a valid third party, aren't we? Damn. Are you referring to the Northland Bank? Oh, you meant the previous third party. Oh, let Paimon think. The Northland Bank's under the Fatui, and the Fatui are under the Saritsa. Are you referring to a Harbinger? Do you think that we can make a toy theme? Bro, where's Child when you need him? This man's literally been like flexing about being a toy merchant from Liyue. And if you're gonna make a toy based on a Harbinger, it should be a Foul Legacy action figure. That would be so fucking pog. Tuser would love that shit, number one. I'd buy one. And Child's already here, so it all works out. Murder of Birds, do you mean... Oh, Paimon gets it. Levry, did you know that there's a very special Harbinger whom they call the... Ah! Oh my god. You know what? You know what I just realized? Remember how we met Sunny and that other guy, right? The cleaner and the fisherman? You know why Child calls himself a toy salesman? Because he takes the toys and he breaks them apart and he puts them back together. And that's exactly what Child does to the enemy. He breaks them down and he reconstructs them in a different form. A form of red mist, of course. The greatest toy salesman in Snezhnaya. What? Is there such a person? Of course. He's a real expert too. Maybe he'll inspire you. And, you know, a toy merchant and a seller would make a pretty awesome combo, don't you think? Thank you for the suggestion. They've been really helpful. I don't think it would be easy to get in contact with a Harbinger, but I do have some contacts at the Northland Bank. I'll see what I can do. Bro, if anything, I'll put in a good word. Don't forget to invite us to try whatever new toys you come up with. I will. Keep an ear out for news from me. Wow. Calling it right now. We are gonna get a Child action figure when we get to Snezhnaya. And it's gonna be based on the fact that Child and Levry collaborated with each other after this event. That'll be so awesome. I hope we see this guy again. And it'll probably be in Snezhnaya at this point. But I'm excited for it. There's a piece of paper to read near the crafting table that relates to the event. A letter to Armand, guy behind us. Hello, Armand. Is Armand there? This is Arbon and Albir. Haran really inspired us back there. We've got a new idea and we need your help. I'm sure you'll be able to do it. We call it the Automated Cometatron. All we need to do is enter some comic lines into it, and out of its mouth shall come comedy. But I feel that if it's just the two of us, this thing won't be interesting enough. So please, come help us with some lines. We know you don't say much, but I'm sure you know a banger or 10. Come on, surely you must be interested in that somewhat. We'll see you after work, all right? Ah, look at that. They all patch things up together. That's so sweet. Yeah, he wants to be a stand-up comedian, but he has a stutter, and he's like, he seems super nervous. Yeah, this was a really small, quaint little event. I actually really did like the little lore bits there with Bennett. And these two NPCs, you know, two brothers, reminded me of me and my relationship with my younger brother. And I have an older sister, but to be a young, you know, I'm a older sibling to a younger one. And so this kind of gave me a little bit of my familial bonding with my brother growing up. It reminded me a lot of our relationships, the fights, the arguments, the patching up, the camaraderie, just like growing up with a brother and what that comes with as an older brother. Yeah, that is gonna be everything for this event. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna have all of this stuff farmed off stream, but this is the last thing that I am planning on doing for the next week. Like I said at the top of the stream, my girlfriend and I are going on a 7-day Disney cruise to the Caribbean tomorrow. We actually have to leave at 2:30 in the morning to the airport. Our flight's at 6, and we're gonna be gone for the next week. But then when I come back, she's gonna be with me in the US for the month of September, so you guys might see her. We might actually do some streams together as well. So the next stream or the next video that I do will be back in the States. I'm gonna try to prioritize Act 2 of the Archon quest because I don't want the 4.1 live stream, which will be out the same week I come home. I don't want to be spoiled by that, so I want to be caught up with Act 2. And then we'll potentially try to also tie in the world quest. I know there's a Melazine world quest focused on Alenus, like the island over here with the like the dragon like skeleton or whatever. There's a world quest over here, I think focused on an Oceanid. And there's another world quest that I'm eventually going to get. I have to find some pages of a book. So there's going to be a lot of lore, a lot of reading, and I'm going to try to get all of that content done. Linny's story quest. So the next thing you guys should see from the channel and from the streams when I get back is Act 2. But this was great. We got the Crown of Insight. I believe I'm at 12 crowns now. I'm considering triple crowning Flemine, who comes out next week. So I will have him on my account when I get back. I'm going to have the mods pull on my account and get me at least one copy. So we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But thank you guys all so much for the support. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you guys for just being chill and supportive in the chat, in the YouTube content, in the YouTube comments. And yeah, Fontaine's been great. We're slowly chipping away at it, and I look forward to getting into Act 2 when we get back from the trip.